Hello, you're welcome once again to the Cambodia Olympic channel. My name is Ken Gaddafi, the Oracle. And today we're bringing you the Southeast Asian Games update. Of course, you know, the 29th SEA Games will be coming up this weekend, starting from the 19th of August, where we have the opening ceremony taking place in Kuala Lumpur. Cambodia is sending a delegate of about 274 athletes and officials. They've started going already. Yes, the football team is already landed in Kuala Lumpur and they've started training, looking ahead of tomorrow's opening encounter. And Coach Leonardo Vittoroni is optimistic of a positive outcome from that match. Anyway, joining me today on the sports update of the 29th SEA Games is no other person than the ace journalist and reporter of the Phnom Penh Post, talking about Mr. H.S. Manjunath. Manjunath, you're welcome to the show today.
Good to be with you, Ken.
Yes. Yeah, the SEA Game is here again. It's another busy time. I'm sure you've been busy. What have you been up to lately with regards to reporting the SEA Games?
The SEA Games, it's been going on for quite a while now because the preparation started nearly 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And as you have already said, the football team is in Malaysia.
Yeah.
And I also happen to be associated with the equestrian team, which left nearly a week ago.
A week ago, yes.
For their endurance debut. For the first time, they are taking part in an endurance race, as you know. But of course, the focus is on football because it's such a popular sport here in Cambodia.
Yeah.
And I had a chance to talk to the national head coach, Vittorino, 2 days before the team left.
Yeah.
And my first question to him was whether taking an inexperienced team to Malaysia is a challenge, a concern, or an opportunity.
Of course.
So he thinks it's an opportunity to build a very strong base for the future because as we are all aware, Cambodia's objective is to do well in football when they host the games 6 years later in 2023. So with that in mind, Vittorino is trying to build a team for the future. Though he wants to do well, his aim is to take one game at a time and then concentrate on doing as much as he can to see a qualification from this group, which is very, very tough because there are 3 teams which were semi-finalists in the 2015 SEA Games, as you know. Thailand, who won the gold eventually, Vietnam, and Indonesia. So these are the teams at the top of the group where Cambodia is in. So it's one of the toughest of the 2 groups, and it's got 6 teams. So you have to play one match more than the other group. So looking at the overall prospects of the team, it is a very tough ask for Cambodia to make it from this group of death.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will come back to football. Like you said, it's one of the biggest sports, and of course a lot of the fans are looking forward to that. But let's look at some of the other medal hopefuls for Cambodia. You spoke, I saw you wrote recently, His Excellency Vachamro's pledge that they are looking towards getting at least 6, 7, or probably 8 gold medals from the games, you know. And so where exactly do we figure these gold medals really coming from?
See, the thing is, Cambodia's first aim is to avoid the hall of shame that we had in Singapore, because we came back only with 1 gold medal. One team gold medal. No individual medals at all in terms of the bullion. That was a total disappointment from what we had done in 2013,
Yes.
which was one of our best.
Yeah, but Manju,
games.
wait. You have to understand that in 2013 we had wrestling, which gave us about 4 gold medals.
Yes.
You know, and in 2015 there was no wrestling.
Yes.
And in Malaysia there is no wrestling also.
There is no
So
wrestling.
where's the chances coming
Okay,
from?
you count out the 4 gold medals that we won in Myanmar,
yeah.
but now we have Kun Khmer,
Okay.
our own
Good.
traditional
Boxing.
kind of boxing
Yeah.
style
Kickboxing,
introduced in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So obviously, Kun Khmer being one of Cambodia's indigenous sport,
Yeah.
we obviously have a very strong prospect
Yeah.
of winning more medals from Kun Khmer.
Yeah.
And also, don't forget that we are still good in Taekwondo.
Yeah.
It's not just
Yeah,
because Son
yes,
Si Mei is
okay,
our
yeah.
spearhead,
Yeah.
but we have some talented Taekwondo practitioners in the side.
Okay.
And the coach Choi Young Suk, who is a South Korean,
Yeah.
but his second home is Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh,
He has
yeah.
been here for 20 years now,
Yeah.
and he's more Cambodian than a South Korean.
Yes.
And he strikes an optimistic note.
I
that we
will,
can
I
do
will
well.
cut you there, Manju. Wushu. I see Wushu as another medal prospect.
Yes, just take a look back to what happened a week ago. Ken.
Yes.
We did extremely well in the World Championships
Yes.
in Vietnam.
Vietnam,
We
yeah.
came back with a clutch of medals, and now the confidence level is very high.
Yeah.
And so we can expect a few medals from Wushu,
Yeah.
and we can also expect, I think, a medal from tennis, because Andrea Carr is the first Cambodian player
Yeah.
to win an ITF Futures, and
Yes.
she's
ranked about
520.
Okay. That's interesting.
So if you take the region as a
Yeah.
whole, she should be somewhere in the top 4.
Okay.
So that's my guess.
Good.
And also, I expect our athletes to do well in most of the other traditionally strong kind of performances that we are
Yes.
known to come up with in the past. So I think 6 medals to 8
Yeah.
is a modest and realistic
Realistic
expectation,
target.
and
That's
I think we will meet that target.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
And Petanque, of course, don't
Yeah,
forget
Petanque,
that
okay, yeah.
we have world champions in
Champions
our
there, right.
squad.
Two-time
so
world champions.
Petanque should bring a few medals, and then buffer it up with, say, Taekwondo, Wushu, Kun Khmer, and boxing. Traditional boxing, they are
Yes.
quite good.
Okay.
So I expect some medals from the boxing ring, and on the mat from the Taekwondo practitioners. And I think 6 to 8 should be, we should be right there.
Good. Well, that's the individual sports. Let's look at the team sport now. I said I will come back to football, but let's look at volleyball. Let's look at basketball. Of particular interest is basketball, because here we have a team of almost all coming from the US and Canada. Just only 2 local players joining the team. They were very close to beating Malaysia to get the 5th place in Singapore.
Yes.
Do you see the team now going higher?
That was a good sign. And also, Ken, basically our Cambodian league is also getting a little bit stronger in terms of quality. So that's a good sign, so that it can encourage local players to come up. But as you said, most of the team is made up of American Cambodians.
Yes.
So that basketball being such a strong kind of presence in America, it should augur well for Cambodia. But somehow, when you talk about team games, Cambodia has not been doing well. So
true.
we have to admit that first. Take volleyball for instance. In standing volleyball, we were runners-up in the world. Not long ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, in standing volleyball, we were runners-up behind Germany. And that final happened here in Phnom Penh. But somehow in volleyball, we have not been able to produce a kind of result that would push us into the top 4 or top 5 bracket. And take table tennis, for example, the same thing. badminton. We are there, but we are not there yet.
Okay.
So that's what is happening with the team games.
Yeah, well, that's good. And now, lastly, before we round up this show, media coverage. I know obviously you write for the Phnom Penh Post, and recently with the refurbished and rebranded and optimized Olympic website, what are the fans going to look forward to in terms of the coverage of the SEA Games?
See, it's a social media world now, Ken. We cannot lag behind.
Exactly.
Now we have no excuse. See, earlier we had excuses. Now you cannot say, oh, we are not able to provide you with this content, because social media is all over you, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Those outlets will be very fast in spreading the information. So we have to be up and about with our online platform. And I'm very glad that NOCC has launched its own online platform well in time to cover this SEA Games. Of course, it's a new experience for those of us who are involved in providing this content, but I think this is a very good start for us. 6 years from now, we'll be hosting our own games. And it's a massive kind of a push that we have been looking for.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's a massive kind of a push, and we are hoping to push Team Cambodia forward to winning medals at the Southeast Asian Games. Well, like Manju said, the social media is out there, and the National Olympic Committee of Cambodia website will be up and running, especially with the introduction of the mobile app. So just log on to nocc.org.kh and you will be following all the live updates coming from Malaysia. Yes, the main team will be departing on the 16th, and the team welcome ceremony is fixed for the 17th, and the opening ceremony will definitely be on the 19th. So all the coverages, we will be bringing it live for you. And don't forget, yes, you have a chance to win the Team Cambodian jersey. Yes, you have a good chance to win. All you need to do, log in, register, and then you can predict and win the scores. Well, the first prediction is going to be, how many gold medals do you think Cambodia is going to win? I'm going to put it to task to Manju now. Manju, you made the first prediction. What's your prediction? How many gold medals will Cambodia be coming with?
My estimation is in line with what the NOCC has been thinking. I will say 6 to 8, but I would love to see more medals. But I will rather settle for 8 gold medals. Okay,
Manju is going for 8 gold medals. Well, the Oracle will come with its own prediction later, but first I want to see your own prediction. Now you just go log on to the website, click predict and win, and make your prediction, and you have a chance to win any of these t-shirts, beautiful t-shirts that the team will be putting on in the games. Well, thank you very much for being part of the show, and don't forget to follow us on our daily updates coming all the way live from Malaysia. But for now, it's Ken Gaddafi, the Oracle, and many thanks to my guest today, Manju. Thank you for being part of the show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be with you again.
Thank you. Ken. And so for now, take care and continue to say, Susu Cambodia.